You know what's the perfect keto food to have in your refrigerator and right on hand when you have those hankerings for something, whether it be a main meal, a snack, or something in between meals? Right here, it's my fabulous Rina's Secret Excellent Egg Salad. I think you'll love it. Let me show you how to make it step by step. I've kicked it up a little bit by adding some good extra fiber in there and some pickled items. So let me show you what I got. First of all, you start off with your at least a dozen eggs, all right? You might as well make enough for the whole week or so. It'll keep in the fridge. So you start off with a dozen hard-boiled eggs. I like to add in some carrots. I'll show you how I chop my stuff up right after this. Of course, celery. Pickles, that's right. I chop up the pickles and I'll show you how to do it. Pickles, a little bit of relish. I know, there's a little bit of sugar in this, but you don't use a lot. And here's one of my secret ingredients. Capers, that's right. I'm not really sure what kind of a vegetable that is or a spice. I don't know. I just know they're very interesting. Adds a little bit of texture in that interesting kind of a vinegary, acidy something to balance out your this formula. All right, then I start adding, of course, the mayonnaise. Mayonnaise, of course, commercial mayonnaise has some of the seed oils in it, but we have to live a practical life. If you can make your own, that's even better. You do a squirt of mustard, and then my salt. I use some good salt. Lots of onion powder. Some people like onions in their egg salad. I don't. I just like the flavoring and the powdered version of onion powder. And lots of paprika. Okay, so the obvious first step is to peel your eggs and to use this wonderful slicer to slice and dice them. This is the tedious part, trying to peel these little suckers. Is there a secret to getting the shell off? I don't know. You know what I do sometimes? I put baking soda in water when I boil them. I think it helps. There's something very satisfying when you get the shell off in big pieces. And then there's others like this little, you know what, that sticks to everything. You see, that's why you make 12, because some of them you only get half. Now here's my favorite part. Slicing and dicing. You ever get an egg slicer? You need this. You can get it at the dollar store. Just put it in one way. Oops. And then the other way. Voila. Okay, I chopped up all my eggs, and I just realized there's only 9 because we have an egg snatcher in this house. All right, I'm going to start chopping. First, I'm going to start off with my celery. And just because it's a preference for me, I like to do the hearts. I take away all the outer stalks, and I save that for soup. But the insides are nice and tender, so they would make for perfect chopping and into the salad. As you can see here, I've chopped it nice and fine. Nobody likes big pieces of celery in their egg salad. Okay, and there it goes. Next, I take a small carrot. I'm going to peel this and cut off the ends because I'm going to shave it into the egg salad. This is the perfect size because the pieces aren't too big. Just like a glorified shaving for color. All right, now it's for the pickles. I usually use one like this. It's about 10 eggs right now that I have here for this recipe. If you have the larger ones, maybe 1 or maybe 3/4 of one. You can eat the rest. Want to chop it up nice, very, very small. Next is my secret ingredients, which is the capers. Okay, you don't need a lot, just maybe about that much. Okay, we've done all our slicing and dicing, so here it is in the bowl. We're ready to add the mayonnaise, what I call liquid ingredients, and the seasoning, okay? So I first put mayonnaise in, because you don't really want to add your dry seasonings to the mixture without a liquid, so to speak, or something to bind it all together. So now this is eyeball. Maybe for 10 eggs, you would probably be using about a quarter cup or a little bit more, depending on what you like or your personal preference. Okay, so then here, I'm going to show you. I have the blob right there. Right into that, I'm going to add the dry ingredients. This isn't a dry ingredient, but you should add it to the mayonnaise blob first, and that's the relish. And what you want to do is just a little bit, because you already have pickle in there, and it just adds that little tang and sweetness to it. So there it is, about half a tablespoon. To the blob, a squirt of yellow mustard. There. Okay, we're ready to add the dry ingredients like the onion powder. That's really important that you add it right to the blob, maybe about a quarter teaspoon or so. Be liberal if you wish, but important that you put it in the blob so it gets all dispersed nice. Okay, next is salt. I like to use some good salt, like sea salt. Don't go crazy on this because you want to test it or you want to taste it, because it depends on like your pickles and all the other ingredients in there. And you can always adjust. You can always add more, but you can't take away. So I'll put some salt on the blob. Now ready to mix it all together. This beautiful, colorful, delicious, excellent egg salad. Now, I can already tell just by the feelers that it needs a little bit more mayonnaise. I'm going to add a little bit more mayonnaise. And another little secret tip is you add just a little bit of the pickle juice. Right, I'm going to add that right now. Okay, and here's my crowning glory, excellent egg salad. All right, you see it's a little bit darker because I added just a little bit more of the paprika in there. And if you just want to kick this up and even one more notch, you could add a little bit, a teeny bit of hot sauce or a little bit of red pepper. Not a lot now, but it would just kind of just bring it to a whole nother level. So now the only thing that's left, the taste test. Look at that. Just one more thing. Did you subscribe to my channel? It's free and it'll help me.